making fun of people. The casters, anyways. We're not making
Aw.
fun of anyone in the game.
Horse, what's with the long face?
Oh god, no. Not starting with this shit at the first game. God damn it. Okay, guys, this is Bronze Boot Camp. It's a game mode designed by the Trinity Force network to help bronze players level.
Horse,
Oh,
what's with the
whoops.
long face?
God damn. Oh god.
You alright?
Yeah, no, I forgot to mute Twitch, so it went live, and like, I was really confused. Anyways, yeah, Bronze Bootcamp is a game mode designed by the Trinity Force Network to help bronze players level 30 to silver 5 improve at their game. They play the game, we comment on the game, so everyone can go back and watch the VODs on YouTube or on Twitch to see, you know, what went wrong, what can be improved on. We have a lot of people here this morning, 4 casters, so you're going to be getting lots of feedback. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just a reminder, guys, we do have a few rules for Bronze Bootcamp and Battle Arena. That is, one, there is no communications being used. No TeamSpeak, no Skype, no whatever. We want to make this as close to a solo queue game as possible, and it's for your own benefit. Number two, if you see someone being toxic in the game, please take a screenshot of it or report it to us another way so we can deal with it accordingly. And number three, always remember to have fun. We're here to improve, but if you guys aren't having fun, I don't know, there's not really a point, is there?
Yeah, why even play the game?
Yeah, it is a game. So, that's all I got. Do you want to talk about bans? Is there anything to talk about, really? I mean, these are seem pretty standard.
The
The
Blitzcrank ban
Blitzcrank.
is really iffy because people have really just stopped liking playing
Yeah.
Blitzcrank because his W is an overall nerf, which I want to say it's an overall actually balancing Blitzcrank, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's sort of that like low level mentality where not a lot of people know how to dodge skill shots. And if you get hooked by Blitz during like a team fight, you tend to be screwed over, so it's not the worst ban, especially in lower MMR, really.
That's
I
fair
still
enough.
blend Blitz every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Like but I mean, as far as like a threatening support, I still think Leona is a bigger problem
yeah,
than
Oh, yeah.
Blitzcrank.
Not
That
too
may
sure
be personal
on
preference.
the Z ban.
since like Thresh dropped out of he didn't drop out necessarily, but his popularity went from being like an always pick to sometimes occasionally like right now Leona, because of that Leona is so like prominent. Janna kind of fell off a bit too in terms of popularity, at least in lower reloads. So right now a lot of it is like Morgana, Leona, or
Thresh.
yeah. But it's usually like Morgana versus something else because people really love that Black Shield.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen Leona much in Bruiser meta in like my games. I think she really
Interesting.
struggles late game, like against Bruisers, because she can't like navigate through team fights.
That's just because you haven't seen the Leona smite bot lane, my friend.
Oh god. Oh man.
Get that skirmishers.
Please don't. It's
I think,
no.
like, I don't know.
Well, let's
I think
talk a little.
Alistar and Braum are really good right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fall off. Leona falls off late game.
Let's talk a
Alistar's hard to play.
little bit
though,
about some of the
sorry.
picks right now here.
Yeah.
Tesla first picked Riven, so I don't
Okay.
think he gives a shit. Let's see what else. Rumble and Riven, it's not a bad matchup if you're good at Rumble. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely.
don't-
Riven is TP.
Really like the Malphite jungle, really. It's
No, I don't.
it's a really slow clear speed, and Malphite's better suited either in top lane or even possibly even mid, depending.
I thought you were going to say support.
No,
was like,
I was
what the
about to.
hell?
Please no.
Hey,
I changed my mind there.
He's not terrible support, okay?
Yeah.
He's
There are a
good
few
with-
people that are terrible at support.
Yeah.
Like
League of-
he's actually pretty good with dealing with Callista because he has the slow and then he has the attack speed slow.
Yeah.
League of Legends is a pretty simple game. Like, if your early game is absolutely terrible, like, you just can't play jungle or support. Just not how this game works.
Definitely makes it a lot harder. Anyways, so
He can't be
Braum.
viable. I'll say that.
Okay. Braum and Ash. Freljord comp bot lane.
Low comp.
I love it.
Yeah, they have really good engage and they have really good team fighting.
They just need to trade and wait for ganks. A really good gank assist. That's how you usually try and play Ash lane though. You just like soft trade over and over again, like paying the shit out of your jungler.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Ash's win rate, it seems really odd that it's 55% right now. But you think she's probably the only real support style AD carry. Um, and then where you're getting into these longer, prolonged fights in the mid game, later game, because of the bruiser meta right now, that's where she really can assist a lot of her team in crowd control, uh, prolonging the fights, controlling the fights into her favor. It's not for her laning phase, which right now you have like levels 1 and 2, which your volley poke is good, but even like against Graves, it's not the same.
Alright, so Victor versus Azir. It's a pretty even lane. They both have a strong early and kind of like a weird mid game. If Azir tanks lasers, like once Victor hits 5, 7, or 9, it's a hard lane for Azir, but otherwise it's not too bad. It depends how greedy he wants to be with his blues though, because if he doesn't run MR blues and he tanks lasers, Victor can just combo him.
Yeah, I mean, Azir's been seeing a lot more play recently, which is interesting.
I don't like Ignite Azir.
Really good at denying engages. That's one of the reasons, especially in the current tank meta where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go someone like Maokai or Sion. Like Maokai and Sion engage on your team, and then you just reject the rest of their team,
Yeah.
and then it just becomes a 1v4 or 1v5.
He's a good lane too. A lot of people playing just because he wins pre-6 so hard.
Yeah,
One
Azir is one of
played.
those champions where, like, if you know how to play him, you can impact a team fight really well. But it's kind of like a Zed, where if
Yeah,
you don't know his mechanics, you're just basically
It's-
worthless.
it's really weird. Like he plays sort of like an AD carry.
Worse, like Zed, you can kamikaze if you're bad.
Yeah,
Azir,
yeah,
if you
I was about
mash
to
your
say that.
keyboard, like you're not doing much.
hmm
Like a lot of Azir's difficulty comes in knowing where to place your sand soldiers.
hmm
Like, yeah, you can reposition them, but early on, you really don't have the mana sustain or the cooldowns to really just keep repositioning them like an idiot. I believe at rank 1, your Q's on a 7-second cooldown.
Looks like
And,
okay.
and, like, it puts you in a really bad position, while with Zed, it's, you can still generally aim your shuriken, and then you have a simple AoE.
Azir's a lot of like flash tracking, and this is something I talk about sometimes, where you want to like generally know the cooldowns of important flashes.
hmm
He has really good poke under towers, and if you don't like time certain flashes, you just get like one shot when you try and sand soldier people under towers.
So for those not in the know, what's the cooldown on Flash?
5 minutes and
5 minutes,
4:30
okay.
if they're in utility.
Which in mid lane is pretty common.
Yeah, you can tell when they come into lane. Just
If
like
they
how much
have the
health they
bis.
have.
Okay.
Well,
Or the extra 30 health or whatever.
I go runic affinity, so I don't go biscuit when I go utility anyway.
Hmm.
But my junglers also give me blue.
Yeah. That does
The
help.
Jarvan, I want to talk about that. The Jarvan's really strong because you can blow flash early on an EQ and burn flash, and then you have ultimate within that 5 minute window before flash comes up again. So you can just chain your 3 into a 6 really easily and get a kill. By not taking flash, he's like removing that win condition from Jarvan. And Jarvan's also like not a crazy split pusher and can kind of do a lot of things with flash. I'm not really sure what he's doing.
I don't.
Wait, go ahead, Aber.
Well, it's odd, like to see teleport being taken so often, like in these bronze bootcamp games by the jungler. I don't know if that's like influenced by Trick 2G or what,
I think it
But
is.
It's a lot of it is influences that in lower elos and even in like plat occasionally, you see junglers. They're usually Yees or someone else with hard CC that take teleport. But the thing is I personally don't think they're using it properly. Because the reason why Yi or other junglers can get away with it is because they either have hard CC or they have enough like speed and distance closers where they can abuse it. But Jarvan, you
You
don't
want
really have the
flash.
CC for it, like the actual hard CC.
I got
And
flamed.
good.
Oh. I said I got flamed. I did like a bronze smurf on my stream like 7 months ago, and I made
Mhm.
fun of everybody for taking TP Ignite top lane, and then that kind of became a thing on some champions. So it was Hecarim at least.
Yeah.
But no, in bronze I noticed that when I went through bronze that like I would always make fun of the fact that there were like 5 TPs in every game. It's just like holy crap.
Yeah, because people want to get back to their lane because they think that if you take down your lane, that's how you win this game.
When I was level 10 or 12 and I unlocked Flash, I was so excited because all my friends told me how good it was. And
Mhm.
then I learned that I couldn't go across the map with it, like I couldn't teleport, and I thought it was the worst spell ever.
Yeah, like going through my Smurf again, I was so overjoyed when I hit level 12 to get
Yeah.
that. Oh my god, it was great.
Yeah, I never looked back. I was like, eh.
I can't flash to a tower, this is so bad.
Yeah.
Actually, no, never mind. I used to love Ghost over Flash.
Like as far as like the teleport in the jungle, it only works on a certain subset of champions anyways that don't need flash or can be more impactful uh, by using the teleport for cross map pressure. Like it can work on people like Udyr it and Master
but
Yi,
a
but
lot of it is because they have the distance closer and the dueling potential. While like someone like
yeah,
Jarvan, yes, he kind of has dueling potential, but
well he
you
has the
generally have to
gap closer.
combo. Yeah, you have to combo it. While with them, it's like, oh cool, I'm just gonna play the piano over here, and one day I'll hit something.
Can work and like is optimal are also different. Like it can work on Udyr and Yi, but it's still not good.
It's dependent like on the play style. Like if you're taking
Yeah.
teleport, you have to realize your job is to be causing chaos across the map by split pushing and being ready to use your teleport to help your team.
I personally don't know any good players that do it.
And that's
So,
what makes it more of a risk. Like people
yeah.
just take it. Honestly, they don't understand the
We'll
reason
go for the
behind it.
reliability. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll go
I mean,
for
if you don't.
reliability, not the risk.
Okay, now let's see. Yep. Awesome. We got a new spinning GIF in our overlay.
God bless.
I must watch this.
Let me get everyone reordered here.
So confused. I dragged Malphite to top lane when I was reordering.
And I used to see Malphite in.
Yeah, I did that too. I didn't realize until you said you did that.
Alright, so in runes, Tesla didn't go MR. You should go MR against Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Graves doesn't have armor yellows, and he leveled up quick draw at level 1.
Okay, so yeah.
Don't skill. 2, like, unless you get invaded and you need to escape for like your dear life, you usually don't take quick draw level 1 on Graves.
Yeah, quick draw is really bad. You want to have that buckshot level 1 like almost always. But as far as runes for Graves, I mean, I understand why you want to go magic the regen plus CDR, but that'll fall off a lot faster than getting attack speed will. You just want a standard 80 carry page for Graves. Just the 13% attack speed, 9 damage, 9 armor, 12 magic resist, I think.
I used to be a troll and just run like 12 AD with 10 armor pen, and like, and that made trading amazing, but it made my CSing like dreadful.
Yeah,
I
like
do
if
that on a lot of champions.
you'll find that CSing is a lot easier when you have that 13% attack speed, or 15% if you're running the Forgiven page. Yeah, I go in and try to work for that for like just a general 80 carry page.
Most people right now that I know are running the 3 attack speed blues, but not 9 like Forgiven. The
Well, he doesn't
numbers
run
round out
9,
pretty
does
well.
he?
He runs 9.
Wow, okay. Alright.
The accepted page right now I see is 6 M on blues and 3 attack speed blues though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll only take that sort of page if I know, like, there's not I'm not going up against a poke lane. But... yeah.
Auto the rumble.
Wow.
I see this a lot top lane. If they fight you on top of your caster creeps, just auto attack them.
So if you find you've already burned both of your health potions doing your blue buff, your second camp, what are you gonna do in the jungle?
Trinket
Take your
ward and
wolves, you go
TP back.
Dick Wolves go back?
Oh,
Well,
Leona.
he does have TP to be fair, so it wouldn't be that much of a misplay.
I'm not joking, he should TP back to a trinket ward.
Well, I was talking about, oh, no, he didn't die. He
Wow,
didn't
dude, that was so impressive.
die.
Wow.
I was talking about Malphite.
Oh.
You guys watch Jarvan?
Yeah, I was watching Jarvan.
So close to down. But no, he should be looking for Scuttle, and he should practice leashing at the camp more to not take damage. Yeah. Oh wow. Alright, Jarvan just made a pretty big mistake. He left at the edge of the fountain with 35 gold and didn't buy a health potion.
Mm.
I would buy a health potion if you're jungling.
Oh yeah. So what do you guys think of Rumble so far?
He's doing good.
If he,
He's up in CS. Like he's down, but his wave has more, so he's up as long as he hits it on tower.
if he can kill the first 3 minion creeps and then tank the 3 casters, he can definitely manage this wave for the wave to always be near his turret and really screw over Rumble. I mean Riven.
Yeah, he is a frozen on his tower now, so Riven's screwed. Riven has a hard time getting in the tower sometimes too. If Riven does push it in the tower, he just needs to hard trade though, because Riven can't trade with him and get it in the tower at the same time.
Like,
Unless
I
he's
may be wrong
standing
here.
on his creep.
I may be completely wrong here, but for me, I don't think, and this goes more to Malphite, is you didn't really start on your farthest side buff from your
Yeah,
bot
you
lane. Like it. Even if you need blue, by the time you get to blue, your smite should be up, so you should be able to smite it if you need that mana to clear it. Like you generally really want, and sometimes need that that leash from your bot lane, and you're really screwing over your top lane if you expect them to give you a hard leash.
Especially against Riven. He's gonna get level 2 if Riven knows what she's doing.
That was a good ping back from the blue side bottom. They don't want to be trying to keep pushing up here, especially when they don't have vision, so that's good for them to realize. To try to just play a little safer here.
Riven needs to like... Rumble's cannon creep was at like 70% and she comboed. She needs to try and combo when cannon creeps low so she actually denies something. It's just in general, like if their cannon creep is low, it's usually a pretty good time to trade.
Yep.
I should have backed off as soon as she saw that Leona was like trying to be cheeky.
Bomb should have bailed faster. You also have to play to your summoner spells. When you're down that many summoner spot against Leona, you can't make that play.
Both laners should be hitting level 6 here soon, both mid and top. So,
Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
speaking of which,
But he's level 4.
That's really well played by Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the guy that might be a Smurf. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what we were having a discussion about. To be fair, am I at least mechanically
Jarvis in trouble.
mechanically he's playing very well.
Yeah. I've played Rumble Ribbon a decent amount on both sides and like playing the matchup pretty well.
And
I
his
don't think he's
CSing
like a
is
diamond
abysmal.
smurf, but like
Yeah, I'll just say this right now. I just suck at Rumble. I can't play him, but I understand like enough to know to play against him. I just can't mechanically play Rumble.
I can't anymore now that I changed my keybinds. I can't do Rumble or Victor, but I used to play Rumble and Victor a lot.
I think honestly, Riven should have went Hex Drinker first on her. Just because of the amount of magic damage Rumble's gonna be doing here soon once he levels up his Flames Spitter.
Yeah, so when Braum died, Ash, you should have just gone back. Because now you're sitting on 1,300 gold. I am assuming you're just going to wait for that BF sword. But now you have no way of doing anything in lane. You just kind of forfeit the lane until you go back.
The other needs to body block the lane. Yeah, if Ash steps up to CS, you need to do something. That was actually really well played.
Yeah. But like, it doesn't matter at this point. They're just...
Push.
Yeah.
That's really,
They
wow.
use exhaust really prematurely.
And not only
Like-
that, you should
like-
really exhaust the ADC as well, not the Braum.
That might have
No,
just been a
I
misclick.
was referring the blue side. Brahm's passive went off, and then he exhausted, and he really wanted to maximize the exhaust by doing it right as Graves came out of his stun.
Yeah. So Tuco brought this up in chat, but junglers should be getting their boots before they get the ruby crystal.
For Malphite, if he doesn't get a gank with his first red, it's okay to skip boots because he probably can't do anything until 6 anyway. For Jarvan, he should have got it before Ruby. Like, I'm fine with Malphite, but not Jarvan. Jarvan needs to gank.
Okay.
Malphite is just like farming 6, so it's kind of whatever. Ruby Crystal helps you farm 6, it's not the worst.
Do you think he should have gone Trailblazer or with Chilling, since he, like...
I think chilling or skirmisher is fine because he already has enough AoE in his kit. I just don't know if chilling or skirmisher is better than Malphite.
I feel really like confused on whether to go something like Chilling or Skirmishers with a champion that you're trying to rush 6 with. I usually opt in for a Trailblazer.
Well, it's like Malphite already has the like chilling on his speed. Like they do the same thing. They steal movement speed. I don't know how DR works with both of those things, and like I don't know if it's better to stack it or to have like something different. So.
And this goes for Bomb and Malphite. You guys want to like not be both getting hit by the dragon AoE. You want to be either have one person take.
He's gonna need help.
Grace will do it.
Yeah, I could have gotten a. Oh no.
And Riven's just being punished for being greedy early on and getting a brutalizer.
Yeah. Alright.
So,
Yeah.
I have a question for all you ADC players.
Okay.
Right now, Graves had to go back with the awkward gold, and he didn't have enough for a BF sword. So he decided to get an Everest blade and some boots.
How much was awkward? He must have had 800 plus 3, so 1,100
He had around
gold.
like 1k gold around.
Okay. You know, if you have that much, Everest Blade is never like a bad buy. I don't like getting it as often now because of how strong Phantom Dancer is compared to the Static Shiv when you're like going even or behind. Phantom Dancer I like much better. That being said, you know, like you always have an option on Graves of getting a Brutalizer instead, so you turn that 1,100 gold into getting 2 longswords. Plus boots.
Yeah.
If I were him, I would have just gotten long sword of boots.
But pretty much you don't want to sit on that gold and wait for a BF sword there.
Exactly, like he had the right idea. Like if he was going back at that time, if he had to go back at that time, that's fine picking up that stuff. But yeah, you don't want to be just sitting on that gold is waiting for a BF sword. That's a lot of gold to just sit on.
So, like,
Oh.
you get avarice when you can farm, which is usually, like, if everyone's playing really passive, or you're really far ahead or really far behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case, and, like, this is a pretty even lane, so he should just bought stats. Like, if it's an even lane, and you might fight, or you need to fight, like, you buy stats, not avarice.
Yeah, I mean, especially the fact that you're going Graves and you benefit so much from bonus AD.
Do the second pickaxe, even.
I've done
you'll
that,
build it into something
yeah.
Eventually.
I have done that before. It is more awkward, especially when you do have a brutalizer path available. So I mean, I don't know.
Not bad though. Too long.
It's not.
For pickaxe.
Yeah.
They're both good.
Ooh.
Braum needs to just back out. Like he
Yep.
saw that she got away. He should have just jumped out. I will give it a rumble though when he roamed down to mid with Malphite. Like he did a good job affecting other lanes in his own, especially since he's already so far ahead.
So the Graves, the biggest point is Ash got out with like 100 health, and Braum was pretty low too. If he had had a pickaxe or 2 long swords, he probably would have gotten a kill there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really have to like look at it. Like if you narrowly miss a kill and you buy a GP10, like that's probably why you narrowly missed it.
Mm-hmm. And so Rumble is now 5-0.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So like honestly, every time it's ulted up, he should just roam mid or try to roam somewhere.
He's got almost perfect CS when I watch him too.
Yeah.
Hasn't played in 2 weeks either. Somebody's getting banned from that arena. I mean, Bronze Boot can't.
As
So,
much as
if
it's fun
Rumble's
to
winning this
pick on
hard,
low levels, it really, this is a learning
Are we
experience.
sure that Rumble is bronze? No. We're not sure. But, anyways. Like, even if he's
Look,
not.
just get shut down on Rumble too. Like Jarvan should be making a point to go top.
Mm-hmm.
This is a question I get asked a lot. It's like if a lane's losing really hard, do I leave them to die? And it's can you kill the person?
Mm-hmm.
Shut down's still really good. And like if you have a tank that's losing really hard, like a Maokai, sometimes you have to leave them die because like you don't have the damage to kill the top laner. If you have Riven Jarvan, you can still kill him.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it depends on like the compatibility with top laners and junglers. Like if you're going someone that has like innate damage built into them, you like Master Yi. If it's a Maokai, you probably can because he has the lockdown that you really need to like do something about it.
Oh god.
While
He's
if
playing
it's
this
like
side.
2 tanky heavy CC champions, then you probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm. So in order to make this like Freljord bottom lane work, Braum has to be using his shield every time Leona wants to engage. To negate as much of the Graves damage as possible. Like it works really well if you're able to block his buckshot and ultimate. But he didn't even get it off at that point. So that burst off, Ash will die before anything else happens.
So back to the point of shutting down someone top. If somebody is that bad, you can help them and gank.
Mm-hmm.
Don't help them with half health.
Yeah, Riven's best chance to getting back into this game is roaming mid or bottom and looking for a few kills. She should stay away from top as much as she can, really.
Okay, so point I like to make with 80 carries, don't buy Crit Cloak. It's a it's such a shitty item. Like even if you have 730, even if you have 730 gold, buy boots, upgrade your boots, and then when you have the 1375, then go build that into IE. But if you, it's such a shitty item to sit on. Like there, you should have just bought like a pickaxe.
Stats. That's the biggest issue with buying it for the most
Well,
part.
there's that, and just early game 80 carries benefit solely from getting extra AD. That's why everyone will rush the BF sword and pickaxe. But yeah, you're right. Like it's just not a reliable stat. It's not going to help you out in lane. It takes so much to get enough crit for that to work.
Until Ash gets reworked, she builds active 100% of games. So he should have just gotten first.
I do have to say, if you're gonna play Ashe, your job is in melee mode. You really need to be kiting.
Yep. Yeah, your job isn't to like be frontline like Graves, sort of. Yours is to kite the enemy team, slow them down as much as possible, get damage in where you can. But I mean, like, try to stay behind the Braum shield.
One of your main priorities at this point is Ashe just farming up. Yeah, sure, you're behind, you're down 30 CS, and you're down like a few kills, but at the end of the day, you bring a lot more utility than that Graves does, and that's the power of Ashe. No matter how far ahead or behind you are, you still bring initiation and a lot of control.
Yeah, like Ashe has kind of a garbage mid-game. It really takes until she has 2-3 items to really start competing at a level with the other AD carries in her current iteration. That'll probably change when she gets her changes that are now in the PvE. Okay, so we haven't talked too much about mid lane for a while.
Yeah, he bought a needlessly large rod first buy. Don't most Victor players tend to go Morelos first?
No, most victors will buy the MK1, then a needlessly large item, and then either get another MK upgrade and then item and then MK the final. Or Spork when you need him. I think he's in chat. But yeah, like I think it would have been better like to go upgrade to the MK1, then get probably a Zhonya's with the amount of AD damage that they have, and then keep building on from there.
As for
I haven't seen Echo on Victor yet. It might be good with this laser.
I mean, yeah, like it all does offer a lot of damage.
Yeah, Zero has the right mindset where he needs MR to deal with this Rumble, and he got Morelos first, so his item build is really good.
Good point in chat too. Like
Jarvan
Jarvan's
building
moving
selfish.
towards vectors. When Rumble's this bad, you rush lock it.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Or Tesla. This is karma.
We'll see how this is a test for him. Can you have a bad game and still react positively? This is your test.
Did you punch a baby yet?
I don't know, we can't see. If that is the case, then make sure, like we said, you know, screenshot if they are being toxic. We'll take care of it there. We know that you changed. This is like Arkham Asylum here, right? Right?
Yeah.
This is
Totally.
a reformatory school. Reformatory school, you get basically beat up on a kid playing Rumble with like the mechanics of probably like a silver to high silver low gold player.
I bet this one was low plat.
Yeah.
Pretty good at Rumble.
He might be, honestly. Like the amount of like CSing he's doing on Rumble in itself is, especially early. Like, he had no items and he was still farming like decently well, like 60 at the 9-minute mark.
CS is mad. What impressed me is how like quickly and effortlessly he could lock and pick his equalizers.
Okay, so like at this point, guys, we are pretty sure that the Rumble is a Smurf, which obviously we don't like. The reason that he's in the game is because for sure before the game started we could not tell, like we couldn't definitively say if he was a Smurf or not, or his, you know, level. But, you know, this is really a learning experience, so guys, you know, leave it to the people who are level 30 to silver 5. This is really for them.
Yeah.
This isn't a place where you got to style on low levels.
I mean, if you feel you really need to do that, you have to evaluate what you're doing in this
If you
game.
really want to do that, go go watch Horse Doctor's stream on his Smurf.
Yeah.
Or just play against Horse Doctor.
Alright, so like, the, Leona kind of blew ult really early there. She should have held it for a disengage after Rumble and Malphite ult. It doesn't matter a ton, but I'd like to be constructive here.
This is interesting.
I will give it red for like just the amount of sight they have. If you compare both sides, like in terms of where they're located, it's kind of the same, but there are actually pinks out on red side.
Mm-hmm. So I think that this Graves is trying to build now into god damn it. He's building into Black Cleaver.
Oh baby.
Okay, another PSA here. Don't fucking buy Black Cleaver as an AD carry. Like, it's only good in a very small subset of times when you can afford to still have a damaged defensive item.
I think
It's a shit offensive item.
6 item if they're stacking armor really hard and you don't need a full defensive item. It's okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the situation where it works. Every other situation, it's not a good item. I've seen lanes where people rush will rush Black.
Item.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I can see it being okay on Ezreal too. Like
No. No.
The problem with Ezreal, he deals too much magic damage.
This, I don't know. One of my friends who's really good at Ezreal told me that he thinks it's good. But
I can no. It's no.
Like Black Cleaver is good, and like if your champion 1 benefits from Phage, or 2.
Wait, so does that guy just not get T-Force then?
But he gets it. I mean, he's like Masters 200, 300, so he's a decent Ezreal. But he thinks it's good because when you ult, you get the shred on everybody, and then you can keep passive on so many people.
Wait.
No, you don't.
No, it's magic damage.
Alright, he might be wrong then. That's what he told me.
Yeah. No, the only skill that will shred is your Q.
Yep.
Alright, it's probably bad then. I think he was operating under the assumption that his ult was physical, then it would be good.
Yeah, you'll have to let him know that. But
That
like, as
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
But as far as like coming back to the Graves here, you want to have upright burst damage. When Black Cleaver was reworked, it lost a lot of its offensive capabilities in reworking into more of like a balanced item as far as health and offense. As an AD carry, it's your job to build purely offense, except for times where you can't stay alive to get your damage off. And in situations like that, there are much better defensive items like QSS, Guardian Angel, Banshee's Veil. So, sorry, what was your point?
The biggest issue with it is the build path. Like, I don't have a bad finish on some people, but the build path is so hard on AD carry. Like, Kendall Gem.
The build path is really conditional on which champion now. Like before, almost anyone could really benefit out of the brutalizer, and now it's just like some people get shafted by building the phage because they don't want to build the phage, or etc.
See, like I thought I saw him building the phage. I'm like, is he going to go Trinity Force? Because I mean, like, it wouldn't be awful.
Yeah, honestly, I would prefer the Trinity over the Black Leader.
Yeah. And neither one of them would be that good compared to like a Last Whisper or a Phantom Dancer, but yeah.
And if it was first item, couldn't complain that much.
I mean, it wouldn't be my first thing to do for Graves, but I mean, if you want to try it, sure, go ahead.
Plus, where are you even going to replace with Black Cleaver versus something else? Like, not like you're going to replace Bloodthirster for Black Cleaver or Last Whisper for it.
Yeah.
There's just so many better options than that.
But that's my whole thing with Black Cleaver. I think it'll pass. It just needs a little. It needs a few weeks for people to realize, you know, okay, it may be a new item, but we can't build it on everything. Just
What
like
are you
people just.
talking about? It's Radon Scion, the guy that only has 2 physical
Swear to God.
and mostly deals magic.
Purple team's inhibitor is
So,
Yeah.
on Riven, when you're losing this badly, you just want to get Last Whisper or a defensive item. Lifesteal's not what you get when you're like 0-9 or 0 anything.
Yeah, like the problem with lifesteal, it works in lane because you have a chance to auto attack minions. In these fights, either you go and kill someone or you'll die.
The same on AD carry. When you're really behind, you don't ever get BT 30, you get Last Whisper.
Hmm.
You need to do damage.
I mean, it depends. Like, there are some matchups I'll get QSS after my Zeal item just because I needed that much to stay alive. But definitely, Last Whisper is.
No, that's certainly correct. Kiosis is very good. I don't know, Kiosis is awkward because I build it so much, but if I recommend it in VA, I don't know how much people are actually gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's the
only
most attractive
1250 gold, and it's okay to sit on for a while because you can eventually build it into a pretty good item for AD carries. So Zir, you're just walking forward way too much here. You walked across that entire Rumble ultimate. Like I said earlier, in games where you're either even or behind, Azir is played more like an AD carry, where you had to let your soldiers do the damage and stay safer in the back line.
I will say, Braum, you shouldn't be getting a Sunfire. Seriously, bro? Like, no. Just, I will say this. In general, unless you're like a super tank top lane, you probably should never be buying a Sunfire. Like, at any point, if you're ever like, I can get a Sunfire, at that point you should just be like, why don't I just take Smite and buy a goddamn Cinderhulk?
It's pretty weak if you don't use it early. It's just those champions don't have any magic penetration, so like,
Yeah, and
the
yeah,
damage
problem is
falls off harder than it scales.
Yeah, and even then, the thing is like, even if you rush it early, like, because of like the way it scales, like, even early on, it's not crazy, but still like at least 10%. But I personally just think like you'd be better off in like a Frozen Heart, or in Braum's case, a Frozen Heart, or Randuin's, or Aegis, anything really that isn't.
Very conditional jungle on top, but like support, I think what we're trying to say is don't ever build it. Ever.
It's a lot of money for stats that you can't effectively use. Sure, it gives you some damage for your kit,
He
but
wants
you're
it for his passive.
yeah.
He wants it.
Wait, why?
legendary.
But I think Sunfire stacks Rom passive.
No, it doesn't.
No, what?
It's autos.
Oh, I thought it did.
Nope, it's
Ah,
autos and
God,
on hit.
Horse, are you on drugs?
I don't play bad champions.
Too many horse tranquilizers.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I'm like, he took some like, whatever they give horses, like, for epidural or something.
Everybody hurt. That's not what they give horses.
I said for epidural. I don't know what like the equivalent is.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
we-
talked about some people items. Are there any other ones we want to talk about here quick?
I'd like to see Locket out of Jarvan. I don't like the Vamp out of Riven. That's
Yeah,
a short upgraded trinket as well.
Like, I don't understand why I haven't seen any lockets on red side. Like as soon as they saw the Rumble getting big, they should have just, like, 2 or 3, like, not 3, like 1 or 2 people should have just, like, started building it out, right?
Rom should have an item slot for Pink too. And Ash should have done a Zeal item and not Last Whisper so early. Nobody's stacking armor.
I will say I'm proud of you guys. You guys are actually updating your trinkets.
Going to Arc Legolas Ash. Set bow for roleplay. Kappa. That's good to be honest. Is your thing build a pistol? I don't think a pistol's bad because of how fed Rumble is, and that Athene's would have been a really awkward item for him to get after Morello. Abyssal's pretty good, especially Victor has to do a lot of his stuff kind of within Abyssal's range often. He's kind of weird, tradey, in and out kid.
Abyssal's good, like simply on the basis that Rumble, and they have other like APs. It's not completely optimal. It's not completely optimal because of the fact that like there's no extra magic damage aside from Fiona, but for the most part, in the circumstances that he was facing, where there's a super fed Rumble and there's a Victor, it's not that horrid of an idea.
Alright, so chat, should have shown you. Rumble and Victor are both magic, so he's playing double AP. Malphite's half magic, Braum is half magic, and Ashe is not doing that well. Like, he doesn't need armor. Hourglass does not help that much against Rumble either.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
He needed an MR item. He got the best one he could. It's a fun buy.
Academic, I agree. That's why I was really like, I don't know whether this is Smurf or not, because of all the co-op versus AI games.
This one changes. Oh, yeah.
Which I'm gonna guess it was like a bot account.
No, when you buy an account, they do not win their co-op versus AI games.
Oh, it actually wins? I just thought they were like co-op versus AI.
No.
Well, at any rate, this account is no longer gonna be played on this.
Ashley sees ult. I don't know why she held it there. She could have just ulted Graves.
Well, there was 3 chasing, so I mean, it would have helped her get out, but she wouldn't have killed him. Graves may die to minions, though. I think Rumble just left.
Will Red Team come back now?
Well, if he's banned and can't like style on kids in the future, what's the point of life, guys?
Yeah, somebody, Pwn, if you're watching, I need the power to ban people in game.
Yeah,
Please.
where's... just take people out of the... We already banned him, that's why he left the game.
We have the power of DDoS now. We're just like, this person shouldn't be here.
Froggen is part of the Trinity Force family now.
Soon we will be getting under the community, EVE Online. At any point, if you screw us over, we will ensure that all your space credits or whatever type of monetary value those things have will be destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if Blue Team, if Rumble did just leave, you guys can still win the game if you try to push all together, I think. In a good fight.
Yeah, I would play it safe and just wait for Baron to come back up and push all the objectives from there.
I mean,
Another thing.
yeah.
No upgrading your Sightstone, for the Lord Jesus Christ. And Leona, good job on recognizing that you guys need an Aegis.
Yep. Okay. Holy damage, Ashe build. That's a... Okay, so general on an 80 carry, the item build goes IE into either Phantom Dancer or Static Shiv and then Last Whisper. The only people that can really sort of get away with not building a Zeal item are people like the Varus Legolas build, or sometimes Graves.
Actually,
sometimes it's
but
like generally.
It's not that you don't buy a Zeal item. It's you did like third item or third or fourth or fifth, and
Alright,
you go.
I play Varus. I'm gonna settle this. 80 carry, second item. Mid lane, you don't get it. For Zeal.
In general, yeah. Like I've seen some Legolas builds still work, but yeah, it's just, especially on Ashe, you really want to have that attack speed to combo with your IE. Otherwise, you're making half the passive worthless, and you may as well have just gotten a BT.
In her current rendition, everyone gets Static Shiv on Ashe. Everybody, because it's so good with their passive.
I think that may, I don't know. It depends, because like it'll still crit in the new one too. I don't know, it'll be interesting.
I think people will get PD because of the raw damage for her passive.
Yeah.
It's more about raw damage stats now.
Most likely. Okay. So
And
that's game. All right, stream's gonna go down for just a minute. We'll have another one up in a few minutes.